It's a return to the, wait, no, wait, you're kidding? They didn't really just say what I think they did they? Oh, they sure did, because paid parking is coming back to Vegas. Let's talk about that, why it's happening, and how silly it is. What's going on, everybody? My name is Steven, and I am not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I'm here to bring you the news. And this news is so wacky and funhouse. It's that Caesars Palace is going to be instituting paid parking once again. So it's only been a few months since we've been opened, and they're already pulling back. What would cause them to do this? It actually might be good news. It might be good news, but it's bad news that they're doing the paid parking. So let's explain everything and break it all down, why they think they can get away with this, what's the real reason behind it, and why it might be actually a bellwether of good things to come for Las Vegas. And while we're at it, I will remind you, my name is Steven. I'm a Las Vegas blogger. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I hope you would like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for the future notifications. If you guys want to, do all notifications, or else you're not going to get any notifications because it's personalized. And I will remind you that if everybody watching this video that watches me on a regular basis just made a YouTube account and subscribe to the darn channel, I don't care. Make it your cat's name or your dog's name. Put up a fake picture. Nobody knows who you are. You could actually subscribe. You could actually comment. You could actually like this video. It would help out a lot. It wouldn't cost you $0. If you guys do want to support the channel with dollars, we have the Facebook group. Well, that's $0. Not leaving Las Vegas. The YouTube channel memberships, as well as Patreon options, plus VegasFaceMask.com. You know that every single state except for 12 is having a massive spread of this thing right now? These help. 2 for $25. We have Halloween. You can actually get something like this before Halloween, so you can be fashionable. Anyways, 2 for $25, VegasFaceMask.com. No S at the end. Okay, commercials over. I try to speed through them for you guys. Yeah. So to quote the American poet Eminem, yeah, they didn't really do what I think they did they? They did. Caesars Palace is instituting parking fees again at 6 of its properties. Those 6 properties being Caesars Palace, Paris, Las Vegas, Bally's Flamingo, the Link, and Harrah's. Basically every property that's open that isn't called the Cromwell. And they're doing this because why? I don't know. I'm going to make a few hypotheses here in the video, and I don't know what the parking is going to cost, but we should go over a brief history of paid parking in Las Vegas before we get to that, all right? So for the longest time, parking in Vegas was free. It was free. Everybody loved it. You could park. You didn't. If you valeted your vehicle, it was a tipping valet system, meaning that if you tip the guy $5, $10, or $50, or $0, shame on you for $0. Those guys run around like crazy. The valets are hardworking people. You didn't have a standard pay, but now we have standard everything. If you want to go to the valet, you're going to pay some money to go to the valet. If you want to park your car, you have to pay to park your car. First started with MGM Grand. MGM Resorts International looked at their security footage and said, how come we have so many people in our parking garage that faces Tropicana, but not a lot of guests through the door? They saw people were actually parking their cars, walking to McCarran International Airport, and coming back in a few days. So paid parking was instituted. Now, when this happened, everybody went crazy. They went nuts. They said, I am not coming to Vegas. Everybody in California said, that's it. I'm boycotting. I'm out. I don't want to play the game anymore. But yet they still came anyways. Sound familiar? Yeah, that's what happened when the pandemic hit, wasn't it? People in California said, I'm staying in California. Why should I come to Vegas? Yep, they're still coming here. Thank you, Californians. We do love you in Las Vegas. Suffice it to what some sentiment of locals is. No, we love you guys. But that spread like wildfire. Before you knew it, we had paid parking at the Caesars properties. Then the Wynn had paid parking. To the Wynn's credit, they started playing with it about a couple years later. Hey, if you come into the Wynn shops and spend $50 or more, spoiler alert, you're going to spend more than $50 at the Wynn shops. They're all high-end. We'll validate your parking, and then Wynn just took it away entirely at the Encore and the Wynn, so there was no more paid parking. The pandemic hit, boom. They opened back up in June 4th. All of a sudden, all the parking is free. What a service to the guest, right? Right? No? All right, well, you know, it really wasn't a service to the guest. You know this. It was just because they knew everybody was going to be coming here from California. They had options that they could go to casinos that are very nice in California. They could do their gambling there. So we better open it up so all of those road warriors are able to come in and actually enjoy Vegas, not to mention Arizona and surrounding areas like Utah. But now we're at a point where Caesars is actually going to reinstitute it at those 6 properties. How much is it going to cost? I'm not even sure. The article doesn't go through that. This was breaking news yesterday on the Review Journal after I did my morning morning video. But what does it really mean? It means that number one, they see it's a profit stream and they're not willing to give up their profit stream. Just like the asinine ridiculousness of resort fees, they're not willing to give up their profit stream. Number two, it could also be a positive if we spin it as a positive. You see, when they opened up that parking for free, they did so because they knew that they had no choice but to do so. They had to make sure that people were coming in and driving in with the ability to actually enjoy the properties. Now, this could mean that airlines are filling their seats. This could mean that the airlines are filling their seats. They have less drive-in traffic, so they don't have to rely on that as much, and they don't have to incentivize people with the free parking. But what it definitely means is that they're putting themselves at risk. It's a gambit that they're doing right now. You see, if you have a choice and you can stay at, say, the Paris, or you can go across the street and you can stay at the Bellagio, you might stay at the Bellagio if you're driving in because their parking is free. If you're a day tripper and you're coming down for a few hours from somewhere like St. George, Utah, or you're coming in from Bullhead City, whatever, you have options for where you can go. You don't have to visit the Caesars properties. So this is something that puts them in a precarious situation. And by the way, I am not advocating a boycott of the properties. This would actually work if we all did it all at once. But since it won't work because nobody will do it all at once and we will all just stomp our feet on the ground and get really mad and then go to pay for parking, it's not going to bother to work. But it is about what the market will tolerate. So I'm going to use an analogy I've used here on the channel before. It's going to be a video game analogy. Don't worry, it's not technical, but Microsoft makes a video game system and so does Sony. And there was a point in their lives and their careers where they were both launching the new products. It was the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. Microsoft said to everybody, you're going to have your video game console online all the time. You can't just put used games in it. Everybody lost their minds and said, that's it, I'm not buying this thing. Microsoft changed that because they actually had real good positive feedback from their user base. They didn't want to lose all their customers, so they changed their policies. That's because there was such a strong knee-jerk reaction from the market. This so far doesn't seem to be a strong knee-jerk reaction from anybody. I don't see people posting rage quit type messages on Twitter. So as long as people aren't going to take their money somewhere else, then it's not going to make any kind of a difference, to be quite frank with you. And again, I'm not advocating a boycott. I'm not telling you not to go to that property. If you want to go to a Caesars property that doesn't charge parking, go over to the Planet Hollywood. You can park for free all day long at the Miracle Mile shops. But it just goes to show you that this city, not as bad off as people want you to think. I'm making a new term. It's called the hate news. The hate news. Not fake news, hate news. Because I think the news wants people to hate. They want people to get mad at certain things. This is bad news right here. It is. But there's also good news coming out of Las Vegas if we frame it as the idea of, well, you know what? Maybe McCarran's traffic is up. Maybe they don't see the need to give everybody free parking all the time. And maybe that they can monetize something and make more money for the company and hire back some of their employees. That might be a positive thing. Although we don't know about the hiring back because, you know what, spoiler alert, they just announced a new round of layoffs at Tropicana and a couple of other properties here in town. So what do you think about all this? I'm curious. Does this make you want to rage quit? Does this make you say you're never coming to Las Vegas? Does this make you angry? Does this get the ire up in you? You tell me in the comments below. But until we see how this actually plays out with the market, it's going to be very difficult to say whether or not this is a bad idea or a good idea by Caesars Entertainment. My name is Steven. This is my video for today. I am not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I hope you would like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. Turn on all notifications so they actually send you a notification. And by the way, folks, I'll be on the Strip tonight, and I hope to see you out there. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. If you want to support the channel, the best way to do it, VegasFaceMask.com, 2 for $25. The wife makes them. You can also head on over to the free thing to do, which is the Facebook group Not Leaving Las Vegas, channel memberships, Patreon, and all that good stuff. Hopefully my audio is better. If you guys are watching at this point, tell me, what do you think of my audio? I changed things up. I upgraded for you and you and you. Okay, now's the time of the video, though, where I have to say 3, 2, 1, click, and I have to get out of here. So we're going to say 3, 2, 1, and click.